Hello and welcome. I'm here with the lead water filtration expert at Mcineka Newcastle and the host of the documentary Newcastles Tap Water. And we're also here with John. He was the producer of this documentary and also the lead researcher. The feedback from the community has been mostly positive, which we are grateful for. Thank you guys. But yeah, some people are not happy with our findings. Some even suggesting we are in bed with the municipality. Just explain, how easy was it to get an interview with anyone at the municipality? John, you were sitting with the struggle.
Yeah, man, the struggle is real. That's all I have to say. No, it was a very interesting process. I'm going to try and keep the answer quite short because it's long. It's a long story. But basically what it boils down to is when we came up with the idea for the documentary, the first thing we wanted to do was we wanted interviews with people. Yeah. Specifically, we knew that we wanted to take our viewers from the dam to the treatment plant, to the reservoirs, to their tap kind of thing. You know, that we knew we wanted to take them on that journey. And the idea was we'll go to the dam, we'll stand on the dam wall, and we'll interview somebody who works at the dam wall.
Nice. Yeah,
right? And we'll be like, great stuff, tell us what's going on, tell us what's happening. You know, when I got there, I was wearing a blue shirt, I guess, because I work for Integrity, but I was treated like I was DA coming to derail. I was coming to derail their whole freaking institution. I was told very clearly that I'm not allowed near that dam wall, and in fact I was told I'm not allowed to take photos, which I may have taken a photo. But I just took a photo for one reason, to see how far the boys are from the dam wall, because we considered getting a boat and putting a boat in front of the dam wall. You guys would remember how ridiculous that was? Would have been cool though.
Is this you keeping the answer short?
No, it's not. Oh, thank you. Anyway, so we wanted to interview somebody at the dam wall, interview somebody at the purification plant as we walk through and we see what's going on, and they tell us, you know, this is what we're doing here, that's what we're doing there, because we wanted to inform the community. But we were treated like we were coming in with a political agenda to overthrow them or something. I'm not too sure, because we were told over and over, this is a political environment, you have no place here, please.
I thought the dam was public.
Well, area. It's under the DWS, that area, so fair enough.
Which serves the public.
And so after lots and lots of trying, and I went to the municipal offices and I asked everybody there, who do I speak to? How do I get an interview? From the water department there, that they've got a couple of people with telephones. I spoke to all of them. Spoke to the communications officer. Eventually kind of gave up. Yeah. Because it just took too long.
I want to add a point. It sounded like the most communication you had, the most or the best communication you got was from the security guard. Basically.
Yeah, basically that security guard was super helpful. Whenever I walked in and I said, yes, I want to speak to somebody to do an interview, it was like, let's try this person, and then he would phone. Try and help us out. He was super helpful. But none of the other people ever got back to us or ever responded.
Well, this was during a by-election, or it was some sort
so it was shortly after the country's elections.
Oh, yes.
And then there's, I think, what they call the by-elections in the local municipalities, and that was happening. I mean, that was a timing issue, I suppose. You know, sucks to be us. Yeah. But so we really struggled. And eventually what happened was, I got the municipal manager's email address via some amazing miracle. Although since then I've Googled it and you can just find it on Google. But I digress. You just got to know his name, you know. And I sent them an email to no avail. And then I finally sent another email which was slightly threatening, maybe. Well, at least they interpreted it that way.
Yeah, no.
You were just getting to the point.
I was basically just telling them the facts, because we deal in facts as much as we can, right? And I was telling them the facts. The fact is, if you don't participate in the documentary, the public's going to be left to make up their own mind about what you're doing. If you do partake, you get to add a voice to our documentary and in some way determine the public relation of your entity. And I think that kind of put a little bit of fire under their bum and a bit of God's grace, that got us there. And we're grateful for that.
There are much more influential people that have been struggling for years to get interview, and we got, it baffles me how we got.
Man, I don't know. And yes, far more influential people, and we won't mention any names or anything like that, but we do know that Mr. Mcineka is a well sought after human being for a good reason, because I mean the guy pretty much runs the town, he makes all the
I was so happy that we got an interview with the municipal manager. They wanted to set up a meeting with the MEC. Luckily, I wouldn't know, but he's, to my knowledge, the guy managing this whole municipality.
Mr. Mcineka, not the MEC.
Mr. Mcineka,
The MEC just knows how to, and with all due respect, I understand the MEC knows how to entertain the public in a positive way.
Yeah.
The municipal manager has the facts, he knows what's on the ground. Well, not specifically, we knew quite a lot of facts in that interview.
For sure.
But he's the guy who has to manage all of this.
Yeah.
The MEC is just somebody who has to keep the people at bay. Or not at bay.
Keep the people at bay.
Sorry, English is not my first language. So I do apologize. And it's not the MEC. The MEC is in. We got help the other day.
PEC or
PEC.
something.
The
PD.
The public relations person.
Yeah,
PRP?
I'm not too sure, man. We're not politicians.
We didn't want to speak to somebody who was just going to tell us what we wanted to hear.
Yeah.
We wanted facts.
So, Diddy, you're going to drag the long version out of me? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, definitely when we first got the interview, when we got a confirmation, you guys have an interview, it was with the mayor. And we were a little bit disappointed at that, because when I got the phone call that we have the interview, the guy who phoned me, super nice guy as well, very, very nice guy. He showed a little bit of concern for the technical nature of some of our information. It's like, the mayor's not going to be able to talk about the technical stuff. And I'm like, well, yes, but also he's got the information now. He's just got to confirm for us whether it's accurate or not. I've provided you the information. And every time I spoke on the phone with him, he's like, but we're a bit concerned about the technical. And we were also concerned, but we didn't want to push too hard, because we got an interview with the mayor. I mean, we'll take it, And then we were sitting in the waiting room to have the interview with the mayor, and then he had other more important meetings to get to, rather than meeting with two oaks from a water shop in town.
And we were sitting there. There was a door between us. We could hear him talking about probably important things. But
and then, long story short, a couple of shifts happened, and we got the meeting with Mr. Mcineka at the same time. So it just happened that they managed to get him at that time, and he was willing to do the interview with us at that exact time. He was not happy that he had to be the guy to sit and do the interview. And I say that with respect to him. Both Carl and I found him to be a very pleasant guy and quite knowledgeable. Like we say, he answered the questions with great skill and with good knowledge. And he did have the information prior, but he didn't plan to do the interview. It wasn't his to do. It was the mayor's to do. And so he didn't particularly go out of his way to prepare, but he did really well. We found it to be very pleasant. And he treated us with respect, even though he was unhappy. He was unhappy at his staff and at the people who dragged him in there. He wasn't unhappy with us, and we were very grateful for him. So.
No, I'm also grateful we got to speak with him. I'm David, fellow director at Integripure Newcastle, and that's us.